All right, guys, J 6.2 here. This video, we're going to talk about our real money attempts. And the only reason I'm going to say attempts, one of our brokers bit the dust. Well, it didn't bite the dust, but it was taken off of the MT4 licensing. Well, anyways, this is the Quantum Emperor, and this is our real money attempts with the Quantum Emperor. I see a lot of people doing back tests, but we actually started doing forward tests on demo accounts and then also a forward test on a real money account. So let's take a look at what we were expecting and what the back test showed. Now this is I'm going to go ahead and expand this. This is our forward test on Coinexx, and we put $250 worth of demo funds in there November 28th, and it is up like 40%. I think this is around 30-40%. We'll take a look at our MyFX book. And as you can see, it had a drawdown. Well, let's go with this from 250 November 28th to 368. So far so good. And you can see every place that it had on the drawdowns. And we started this June 1st and this went up to 1214. And I think the money that we put in this was, yeah, $100. So we wanted to go with the minimum amount. And we were expecting high drawdowns, but who's to say, right? So from June, it was up almost 800 and some odd dollars, a little bit over $800 actually. So absolutely unbelievable. We love that. Here's the report. Of course, the maximal drawdown was 182, 31% at that particular point. Maximum drawdown, well, absolute drawdown, that is from the deposit amount, was $60. And of course, relative drawdown was like 69%. So that's super high risk when you're talking a $100 account. And we test all angles, as you would know. Now, what happened to the real money? Well, this is our Hankotrade account. We put 200 bucks in here. Just a second and make sure that you guys know on. Okay, here we go. It shows right here the server is the Hankotrade live server. We put $200 in this. Now, what happened was it was no fault of the EA, but Hankotrade gave us 1 day notice, and the day that they canceled their MT4 accounts, we were in a drawdown. So we're like 6% down in our Hankotrade account, but there is no Hankotrade, so that's not too bad. Now here's the key. This is important. Let me find this. This is where the drawdown was, and we couldn't recover it before Hankotrade snatched or pulled the rug up from under us, and it would have gave us an opportunity to recover if it would have just held on. So that's the good thing about it, because it was right in line with this back test. It was right in line with the Coinexx account as well, but we still have more proof for you. We also started this with let's see. Now, this isn't real money, but it is a prop firm. So it started our recovery. We actually had, when we started, this is a $6,000 prop firm account, and it is up to, let's see here. It is up to $6,034. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but I think when we put the EA on it, we were right at, I think we were right at 5,900. So we were like $100 in $100 drawdown. So this actually helped that. So it's working well, even with our prop firm account on the lowest setting. I really didn't care that much about this particular prop firm account. I just decided just to throw it on it without many back tests, and it seems to be working pretty well. Now remember, we have 5% a day. It can't go under, the drawdown can't be more than $300 per day. I think it's $600 total drawdown, and this is Fundednext. This is the Fundednext account. Let's take a look at the MyFX book and see if that tells us anything as well. Okay, this is the small Coinexx account that we were testing on the same time we were doing the real money on Hankotrade. As you can see, this is where the drawdown was. So it had a nice little equity curve here, but the drawdown didn't get any. Well, it said 22% drawdown. So there you go. So it did go into a drawdown. I don't know how accurate this is. It's kind of crazy, but it's a 47% gain. And make sure you do your own math on this. Sometimes my FX book is a little wonky the way it calculates things. So, but this is true. 250 start, 368 now, and we turned off the EA for the rest of the year. Now let's compare that to the next one. And this was the real money account that we had put $200 into. We had started this with $200, as you can see, 256. And when Hankotrade went kaput, with MT4 at least, we were in a drawdown of 5%. So as you can tell, it was performing. It was pretty good. We were just in a drawdown, and we did not have the opportunity to recover. So, as usual, the only thing that I can tell you is so far so good. And here's the back test. This back test is from June to December. And the back test looked like the real money account as far as where our drawdowns were. And it was right on for our forward test on our demo account as well. So we'll be starting over with our real money, and we're going to probably split that between a couple of accounts because we want to test brokers to see if the spreads, the entry points, if those are on point. But so far so good. Real money was going really, really well until Hankotrade. Again, not the fault of the EA, totally the Hankotrade threw us off, shut us down in a drawdown, so recovery was not possible. So until the first of the year, guys, go out there and make some real money. Thanks.